joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism, right? Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, just that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dope. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimpin' and missing when the time is right. But when they life gets strife, they see pimpin' shining bright, but they action is life without. Bitch, one strike, you out. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. See, that's the difference, nigga. The pimpin' mashing for these riches, nigga. Nothing like you master magician niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. Tender-footed and rooted in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loots and critical. Something I learned about when running my earned route and working with turnouts is murdering burnouts. Cause knocking one of you niggas for a scarred bitch, that's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless, empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with pimpathy. No remedy for me, I'm like this. My life is vice grip, synced in permanent ink. You can't rewrite this. My blood type is P positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hoe hard. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Come on, pimpin', man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. And to you hoes, if you ever took a loss, bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss, bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss it. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. One of them joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism, right? Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, just that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dope. Over 120 in the sun. Okay, here we go.
But getting back to this game that I never left.
You dig. Let's see. I think I found a better app for my camera, man. So let's see how this one worked. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me cool. Let's see. Okay, I think my mic is cool. Okay, what's happening with y'all, man? Hold on, give me just a second. Let me get the damn. Hold on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to add them now. I think I messed up the IG thing. Let me see if I can do it. Give me just a second, y'all, but y'all already know what to do when you step into a pimp's domain. Wipe your feet off at the door. See if I can do it still. I messed up the see if I can do it still. Okay, I might can still do it. It ain't gonna let me do it. I don't think it's gonna let me do it. I was trying to add the Instagram. I messed up by not doing it the way I normally do it. But it's all good though, man. We right here on the tube. You dig? Appreciate y'all for tuning in and tapping in as always. Y'all already know, man. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button, the thing that look like that. You dig? First order of business, I got to hydrate my game. Put some of this good old love in my body. Gonna chop some good game today as always. Yeah, man. Alrighty. Get ready to chop this game. It looked like my camera might kind of be tripping a little bit sometimes. But one thing I do know is that the quality is better. The camera quality with this app is better. But appreciate y'all for tuning in and tapping in, man. You know, first order of business, well, second order of business. Mr. PT Glow, good looking with the 16 capital P dollar holla. Glory to the game. Thank you for sharing quality information. Mr. PT Glow, I appreciate you for rocking with me all these years, man. And I appreciate you for supporting in every which way that you do. You dig? Now, you know, the reason why I wanted to talk about this, as the title suggests, you know, why are you listening to a pimp? Hold on. Let me do something right quick before we continue. Hold on. Gotta pull this up so I can see the chat on here. Come on, man. Come on, man. Bam. Bam. Okay, here we go. Now we good to go. But yeah, you know, The reason why I titled this "Why Are You Listening to a Pimp?" because it's a lot of people on the internet, obviously, that quote unquote give you game, whether it be dating coaches or relationship gurus or self-proclaimed pimps or what have you, or just different individuals with a lot of life experience that you most likely can learn from, or so it seems, right? It's a lot of people to listen to on here for whatever it is that you're trying to figure out for yourself. It's a lot of people with a lot of different perspectives, and some people give what is actually good advice, while other people, the majority of people, I'll say, give what sounds like good advice. You have people that speak from experience, and then you have people that speak theoretically. But you got to be careful, though, because a lot of these people that speak theoretically sound very good. They're excellent speakers. They know how to articulate themselves well. Some of them are charismatic. They can be very convincing, but yet and still, they might be full of shit, and they might be serving you some bullshit. But they sound so good that they got to be official. They sound like they know what they're talking about so much that they have to be the real deal. So we're going to talk about, how to separate game from lame with a lot of these people, man, because, I see some of these people and I hear what they have to say, and I see some of their approaches. I don't really listen to a lot of them, but I catch glimpses here and there, and a lot of it be bullshit. And see, I know a lot of y'all are young, or whether or not you're young, you might be older, but you might not be as experienced as some of these people, or as experienced as some people, period. So a lot of people on the internet capitalize on your naivety. You dig? So we gonna get into this game, though. But hold on, though, before we continue. Hold up. Impulse Travel Adventures, loved one, appreciate you with the $100 Big Ben, like the clock and mail, dollar holla. You dig? Man, my camera is tripping, man. I don't like that. I really don't like that. What is going on? Man, this is some bullshit. Why is it doing that? Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Okay, I don't really need this on, so let me close this. This might help. That might help. Hopefully what I just did helps. Okay, that looks a little better. But Impulse Travel Adventures, good looking with the $100 holla. Yeah. International with this shit, though. International with it, though. Some more. Long live Sinful. Glory to the game. Bro, as always, I appreciate you, man. Yeah. International with it, though. Yeah. International. You like what you see, don't you? Oh, man, that was funny as hell. Classic moment in time. Tyler, my brother, as always, good looking with the $2 holla. Hit the like button. Yes, indeed. They see me trolling. Once again, good looking with the $2 holla. I'll listen to a P over any dating coach. Well, I appreciate that, man. But see, you got certain guys on the internet that say that they P's. But, pimping like a bloodhound. The real pimping, we like bloodhounds with this game, though. You know what I mean? We know how to sniff out the bullshit, you dig? So we going to talk about it. Brother Bill, good looking with the $2 holla. You dig? Glory to God for this game. Long live Sinful to P. Blessings. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man, you know, it's a lot of people that say things. And see, and those of y'all who done been locked up before, unfortunately, you know what I'm talking about. You ever see somebody in jail, or I know you have, but people that done been who've done time, whether it's county jail time or prison time, you ever meet somebody in there and you know they look like they got themselves together as far as how they take care of themselves. They might be well groomed. They might even be exercising. They get in shape or whatever the case, and they telling you all these glory stories about the streets. And then you get out the joint, and 6 months, a year later, you run into this person on the street, but they all dirty and smoked out. And, man, Blue Honey, man, what's going on, Blue Honey, man? I ain't seen you since the joint, man. You look like you out here doing good, man. Hey, man, could you do me a favor, man? I'm hungry, man. I ain't had nothing to eat since yesterday, man. You think you can loan me like $5, man? I'll pay you back, man. I get paid. I get my GR check. You know what I mean on the first, man. And you know you give me your phone number, I'll call you back, baby, and I'll give you that $5 back, man. You're looking good though. You're shining, man. Ray Charles could see you got money. You know what I mean? And you looking at him like, man, what happened to all them glory stories? You was talking about how you was the man in the hood and you had all this money and you was hustling and you was shining and balling and doing all this shit. And man, you look like you done went from the dealer to the customer, the best customer and the worst customer at the same time. You know, so my point in giving that scenario is because in jail, you know, you got charlatans behind the wall that capitalize on the fact that you don't know them from the streets, right? And in jail, you could be anything you want to be. You know, you could be anything. You might create a story about how you was an astronaut, or, you know what I mean? You was a drug kingpin, or, you know, you had this business that you was running that was making millions of dollars a year. You know, people in jail, man, they just come up with the wildest fictitious stories. And, you know, to people that's like fresh and young to jail, you hear certain things and it's believable, especially from older cats. But I'm telling you, man, I done seen it time and time again, man. I get out, whether it's somebody I was in the county with or somebody I was in prison with, I get out, run into them, and they not living nothing like what they said they was when they was in the joint. You know what I mean? It's very rare. I could probably count on one hand how many people that I was in jail with that said they was doing something, and then when I got out and ran into them, they really was living how they said they was living, right? But most of them be full of shit. And the internet is no different. See, this is what I want you to understand. The internet is just like jail. The internet is just like the penitentiary. Right? Where, because you don't know these people in real life and they stay hidden, they don't come outside, you know what I mean? They can create whatever facade they want to on the internet, create this whole fictitious life and lifestyle, and you don't have anything to fact check it with. And if they sound good enough and sound convincing enough, you believe them and you listen to them. You might even paying for consultations. Some of these people got courses and you paying for courses and all this type of stuff. And, you know, it's nothing wrong with paying for, you know, what you want. But sometimes you're paying for some bullshit. And you have a lot of people that serve you information and sell you information and give you information for free that they themselves have not even tested. They themselves don't even know whether or not this advice that they're giving is official and beneficial beyond the superficial. They just saying shit that sounds good. Or they might have studied somebody else and kind of like put the Puff Daddy Jermaine Dupri remix on somebody else's game that they seen on the internet and serve you that. So we gonna talk about, you know, how to tell the difference. A few things, right? So this is one thing that serves as a red flag to somebody like myself, right? Now, if you somebody that's going on the internet, like, you might be here to learn, and that's cool, right? But I'm 43 years old, right? I'll be 44 this year. And for those of y'all who've been rocking with me, man, I've been on YouTube for some years. And for those of y'all who've been around for years, you've seen situations where I'll tell stories. I ain't did it in a while, but I have certain videos where I'm telling stories and I'm telling you about mistakes that I've made throughout life and how I learned from those mistakes. And I'm telling you about different F's on my report card, so to speak, you know, certain failures, if you will. And that is one little thing that gives you an impression maybe that I might be official. I might know what I'm talking about, because I'm not trying to make myself look perfect. I'm not trying to give you this, I'm not trying to present to you a spotless image of myself, right? I'm letting you know that I'm a human being and I fucked up plenty of times, and pretty sure I'm gonna fuck up again if the Most High allows me to keep living, right? And that's anybody. So that's just me, right? And Sinful to P, Sinful to P, he was like an open book like crazy. He let y'all know about a whole lot of F's on his report card, a whole lot of mistakes that he made, right? And, you know, that gives you that much more of an idea that somebody, at least you have an idea of what their history is. And you know that they're not trying to make it seem like they perfect when somebody will tell you about the mistakes that they've made, right? Or give you stories, specific stories in vivid detail about experiences that they've had, right? Now, you have, on the other hand, you have some very popular people here on the internet. And they sound very convincing, right? But if you pay close attention, some of these people never tell you about their history. They might give you small details or, you know, vague details like, yeah, I'm from this state, or I grew up in this city, or, you know, just certain things, but they don't really give you many details about their history. Their history is a mystery, right? And see, when you live a certain lifestyle, you're going to know about people that live that same lifestyle, right? Like I've given y'all an example about gangbanging before, right? Where you can have somebody get on the internet and fake like they this big old gangbanger, but at some point somebody is going to be like, hold on, you from where? I know people from over there, and they're going to fact check and see whether or not you official, right? So that's just like Sharp, right? Sharp and I have never, you know, physically kicked it. Sharp and I were never like partners in the game, right? But we know a lot of the same people. And there's people that I know from way back that tell me stories like, oh man, you know, you never met Sharp when we was in Vegas back in 2007. Like, man, I don't know how you didn't run into him, man. He was around. He was doing his thing. He was doing this. He was doing that. Like, and this is like multiple examples. Like, man, you didn't run into Sharp over here in this year? Man, he was over there doing his thing. I'm surprised y'all never ran into each other, right? And I don't know if he's had those experiences in regards to me, but it's quite possible, right? Because even though we don't know each other personally and we've never, you know, kicked it physically, one thing's for sure is that we both know that we've been around. We just so happen to miss each other back in the day. But I know for sure that Sharp been around. So if Sharp get to talking certain things on the internet, you know, I know it's coming from a real place because I know some of his history. And I know people personally that know him personally and they know his history, right? So you can say what you want about Sharp, but one thing I know is that his history is not a mystery, right? Other people, however, not going to get specific, but you have other people on the internet who make it look great and they make it sound excellent. And, you know, the words that they speak and just, you know, they dance on your eardrums and, you know, it's like sweet to your ears, ear candy. And it just sounds so good. And when you lay your eyes on it and you look at it, it just looks so good. And it's just the way it appears on the internet. It's like, man, it's gotta be real. But hey, man, I'm telling you, man, see, this game is like a registry, right? And when you go through the registry, man, certain people just ain't in there. I'm talking about when you go through the real game registry, right? You can scroll through it and figuratively, right? I'm not talking about like an actual literal registry that you can go through. But as far as this game go, man, you know, it's like a registry, man. And certain people just ain't never been registered in the game. Never. They get on the internet, make it sound good, but they ain't never been registered in the game, man. For real. And I know some of y'all probably thinking that I'm, you know, throwing subliminals at certain people. No, man, because it's quite a few individuals, and not even just recent individuals. I'm talking about individuals who've been on the internet for years that do not register, man. They not registered. You know, they not certified, but they have studied the game from the sideline. You know, like Jay-Z said back in the day, nigga, you ain't live it, you witnessed it from your folks' past, scribbled in your notepad and created your life. It's a whole lot of them on the internet, man. And see, I'm talking about just the game right now, but it's a lot of them type of people, period. You know, some of your favorite dating coaches, you know, just all these people, their history is a mystery, man. Hold on a second. Okay. But yeah, man, you know, their history is a mystery, man. And me, I'd be skeptical about somebody like that. Just think about any professional that you want to acquire. A professional doctor, a professional lawyer, you know, a professional dentist, a professional mechanic, just any kind of professional that you can think of, right? If they claim to have been doing this for, you know, X amount of time, wouldn't you want to know about their history? Wouldn't you want to review some people who done dealt with them and did business with them throughout their history and see what kind of work they do and see how official they are, or see, you know, if people have had bad experiences and why they had these bad experiences, and then, you know, have the experiences gotten better over time? Did this person get better over time, or, you know, are they just popping up out of nowhere and saying they're a doctor, popping up out of nowhere saying they're a lawyer, you know, and so on and so forth? Nah, you're not going to deal with nobody like that whose history is a mystery. You're not going to deal with a lawyer that, you know, if it came down to it, you want to check his credentials and, you know, he don't have any official credentials that you can check and go back and see. He's not nobody's alumni nowhere. He ain't got no degrees and he ain't passed no bar and all this type of stuff. And, you know, you check with the bar and he's not even registered. He ain't in there. You're going to be like, hell no. So, like I said, man, that's one of the biggest telltale signs that somebody is bogus. And that is their history being a mystery. So just think about this. Like I said, even with your dating coaches, it ain't even got to be just the pimping, but even with your dating coaches or, you know, relationship gurus or just anybody that you want to learn from on the internet, try to figure out if their history is really a mystery or not, or if their history is official. You know, see, me, when it comes to the game, people know about me. Of course, a lot more people know about me because of the internet, but there are people who remember me and was around me and have experiences with me before I was known on the internet, before I was on YouTube, before I was on Facebook, before I was on Instagram. And I've been on all of those for a long time. But there's still people who remember me from before those times. And they know what I was about. They know how I was moving. They know what kind of individual I was up close and personal. You know, my history ain't no mystery. People know. But there's other people. See, me, I get down to the bottom of it. Like if somebody say they some pimping, right? I've done this with several people and they can never dispel my doubt. Cause like I said, I'm like a bloodhound with this game. So I'm showing y'all something so that you can know, you know, how to sniff out certain bullshit with people that you might be interested in listening to on the internet, right? See, me, when it comes to this game, right? Like I said, I'm 43, so I've been around for some time now, right? You got certain people that pop up on the internet in their 30s. You got people that pop up in the internet in their 40s. And they claim they some pimping. So it's like, okay, if you in your 40s and you some pimping, then I would hope that you've been in the game at least 15 years. Hopefully. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt saving 10. If you're in your 40s, I would hope that you've been in the game at least 10 years. I would hope that you're not just now getting your feet wet in the game at 40-something years old, right? So if you've been in the game at least 10 years, it's like, okay, where have you pimped? What cities you done been in? Okay, you been in this city, that city, and the third. Okay, cool. You been to, you supposedly pimped in Chicago. You supposedly pimped in Vegas. You supposedly pimped in Houston, New Orleans, Miami. Okay. What years were you in these places? Oh, I was in Chicago back in 2015, and you know, back in 2013 I was in Houston, and 2014 I was in Vegas. Okay. When you was in Chicago in 2015, who was you out there with? Who was around? Oh, well, you know, I wasn't messing with the blade like that. See, we're going to get to the bottom of it. Oh, I wasn't really down on the blade like that. You know, I was, I had my peoples in the club out there in Chicago. Okay, what club? Oh, you know, this club and that club. Okay, I had some, you know, my partner, he had some people in this club and that club. You know what I mean? You don't know such and such? Nah, man. You know, I probably seen them before, but I don't know nobody by that name. So who in Chicago did, when you was out there in 2015, what pimps that was there know you? Can I call a pimp and they verify that you was around there doing your thing? Oh, well, man, I don't really be fucking with everybody like that, man. I kind of just stay to myself, man. Okay, what year did you come into the game? Oh, well, I came in like 2013. Okay, so you said you was in Vegas in 2013. You see where I'm going? Like, we gonna get to the bottom of it. We gonna chop this tree all the way down to the root. And if the root is non-existent, then your whole resume is non-existent. Your whole resume is made up. You dig? It's like I said, it's the same thing with gangbanging. You can't just go to jail and say that you from this gang and people just accept that. Nah, they're gonna be like, okay, how long you been from over there? How old are you? Oh, so that's where you grew up? Okay, such and such, such and such, whoop-de-whoop. Or you might run into somebody that's really from that gang. They're gonna be like, man, you ain't from over there. Who who put you on? What year you get put on? They gonna drill you. You can't just say whatever. And see, that's how I am with the game. You can't just tell me anything about this game and I'm just going to go for it. And it's just a sixth sense. It's a discernment that I have that lets me know, like, man, you full of shit. You a charlatan. You bogus. I just be knowing. I can meet certain people for the first time. And it's just something about it. I just know, man. So like I said, it's no different with your favorite dating coaches or relationship people or whoever you listen to for advice on the internet. It's no different. Whether it's a man or a woman, whoever, you know what I mean? Like I said, certain people capitalize on the fact that they older than you or they from a place that you not from. And so, it'd be kind of a challenge for you to figure out their history. But man, it's always a way to figure it out. But that, like I said, that's a telltale sign when people don't tell you about the mistakes that they've made throughout life. Because if you're going to listen to a dating coach, right, you want to know what made them, fit to give advice, what made them experts at what they talking about. You can't think of a master of anything who ain't made mistakes. As cold as y'all think Steph Curry is, he takes 1,000 shots a day. You know how many shots he done missed within his lifetime? Probably millions. But it's made him a master at what he does. And, it came with a whole lot of mistakes. And that goes for anybody with anything. Any human being walking this earth or who has walked this earth that was great or legendary at anything all have something in common. They've made a lot of mistakes. So, and that's the problem with the internet. The internet, everybody gets on here and tries to look perfect. Everybody gets on here and tries to make it appear as if they've never made mistakes or they don't make mistakes. So, like I said, it can be a challenge to figure certain things out about certain people. But when you're mindful of what to look for, it's less of a challenge, right? But when you listen to these dating coaches and they never telling you anything about, how they tried to get at a woman and it went wrong. And then, through trial and error, they got better and better. Or they was in this relationship and they messed up this way, that way, or the third. You dig? They never tell you anything about that. They just telling you, do this, don't do this, don't do that. And they never tell you how they learned to do this, don't do that, don't do that. They never, you don't know how they learned that, how they figured that out. No. That's a red flag for me. That's going to make me skeptical of you, right? So that there. Hold on, let me hydrate my game one time. Oh, man, y'all tripping, man. It's 214 of y'all up in here, but only 148 of y'all done wiped your feet off at the door. Come on, man. Y'all know better than that. Do a pimp a favor. wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button, the thing that look like that right there. You dig? This another thing that would be a red flag for me, right? As far as who to listen to or listening to different people for advice on the internet. Now, this is something that is very common to me amongst a lot of these people. When somebody gives you advice on how to deal with a significant other, somebody that you interested in, right? Whether you want to date this person, you want to pimp on this person, or whether you a 304 and you want to be a 304 for this pimp, or, you a woman and you want to get with this man, whatever the case, right? When people tell you or people give you so-called advice, and this so-called advice that they're giving you tells you how to benefit yourself when dealing with the significant other, but they never give you any advice about how you can be a benefit to the person that you're dealing with, right? That's a red flag to me, because again, I ain't listened to a whole lot of people on the internet, but one thing that seems to be a common theme is, like, especially with a lot of these guys, for instance, a lot of these dudes that claim to be dating coaches or whatever, they'll tell you things about how you can capitalize dealing with a woman or how it can be beneficial to you dealing with a woman, but they never tell you anything about how you can be a benefit to the woman that you're dealing with. They never tell you anything about how to look at it from her perspective and, how to make her happy. They tell you things about how to make yourself happy, but they never tell you things about how to make her happy. And, the guys ain't the only ones guilty, because it's a lot of females that do the same thing. A lot of you ladies, you listen to certain females on the internet that tell you how you can benefit dealing with certain guys, but they never tell you how you can be beneficial to that guy, right? And see, this is why a lot of y'all crash and burn in real life with relationships, because you listening to people that have not put the advice that they're giving you to the test. There's no trial and error with these people. They just telling you shit that sounds good, or shit that they heard somebody else say, or some shit that they read in a book, but it don't work. And if they ever tried the shit themselves, they would know that it doesn't work. But they don't even know that it doesn't work because they haven't tried it themselves. They just telling you some shit that sounds good. And that's not reality. Reality is when you dealing with another human being, if you want to benefit from that, you have to reciprocate it. You got to be beneficial to them as well. That's how you get cooperation. See, you're never going to be happy with somebody if you don't have cooperation. And these people, they never tell you about how to have cooperation with somebody, how to have harmony with somebody, right? So again, like I said, that's another red flag to me, man. Even if you call yourself listening to some pimping, if you a youngster in the game and you call yourself listening to somebody on the internet that's supposed to be a veteran, or they supposed to be gamed up, and they, you see them as someone who might have more game than you that you could learn from. So you listening to them and they telling you certain things about how to deal with ladies in the game, but they not really telling you how you can be beneficial to her. They telling you how to break on this one and, send that one and so on and so forth, but they not really telling you how to be a benefit to her. Or, you might be a young 304 and, you might get at certain individuals in the game, certain guys that's supposed to be elders in the game, and you think this person got so much game and they got their shit together, and you get at them about how to be a better 304 and this, that, and the third, but they not giving you no real game on how to be beneficial to whoever it is that you interested in, right? They might want you to, they might spin you. They might send you off and give you some, and see, that's another thing too. They might give you some faulty shit to make it go wrong. They might intentionally give you some bullshit game to make it go wrong, and then you come back to them, possibly interested in them. Because you got some snakes out there. You got people that are selfish, and they think everything and everybody is for them. They got a scarcity mindset, little do they know, right? They don't know how to pay it forward. They don't know how to look out for other people beyond themselves. So you just got to be mindful, man. But like I said, anytime somebody is giving you some quote unquote advice and they telling you how you can benefit from this relationship, but they not telling you how you can be beneficial to the person you in a relationship with or the person that you dealing with, that's a red flag for me. And something that goes along with that, a red flag is, just when you hear certain people talk in general, and this goes for the guys and the females on the internet who give advice. I don't know which one is worse because they both equally as bad. But whenever they talk, if you really listen to them, they have a hateful undertone for the opposite sex. Like when you listen to these dudes, a lot of them that give you advice on the internet, they might claim to be some pimping, or they might claim to be a dating coach, relationship guru, whatever, right? When you listen to them and they talk about women, it's really coming from a place of hatred. Like they really sound like they really hate women. Like if you really just listen to them. And then a lot of them, when you see them on their shows, they might have women on the panel, or they might be interviewing a woman, or whatever the case may be, right? They always got friction with the women that they sitting down with, right? It's never any charm involved. It's never like the type of energy where the woman feels like, it's a pleasure to sit down with this man or these men or whatever. It's always friction. Then you got certain guys that just like, they sit down with women on these panels and shit, and they just like nitpick. They just like, it's like they trying to pick them apart, and they looking for flaws. They not looking for anything good about this woman. They looking for ways that they could pick her apart and make her look bad. And it's like, you don't even know this chick. Why are you so like combative? Why you ain't trying to like be smooth? And even if you don't like this chick, even if she's not your type or you're not interested in her or anything, why are you not trying to make a good impression on her? Why are you not trying to show her a better example of what a man is, so that she might be hopeful and she might change if she got some unsavory ways about herself. She might say to herself, damn, you know what? I ain't never seen a man like this. I actually respect this man. I actually admire this man. I've never encountered a man like this. I didn't grow up with my dad. I didn't have no male figures in my life, no uncles, no nothing, and neither did my mom. So my mom kind of got a bitter taste in her mouth because all the men that she done dealt with did her wrong. So, that's really all I know. I ain't never been up close and personal with a man like this. Like, damn, You know what? Maybe I need to tighten up as a woman. Maybe I need to get my shit together. You know, this is the type of impression, if you call yourself somebody that's giving advice on the internet, and some of y'all be getting paid, you have people pay you for advice, but you don't even know how to deal with women. And if you look at a lot of these dudes, they never have a good experience. Now, nobody is perfect. So, you know, you might have instances where, you know, a guy gets into it with a chick, and especially some chicks just unprovoked, uncalled for, they just come off disrespectful. They just got a chip on their shoulder and they tripping, you know. So a guy getting into it with somebody like that, you know, it's understandable. But every time you sit down with women, y'all getting into it, you arguing, you tripping, like really think about that. Now, of course, when they not sitting down with these women and they to themselves and they talking, you know, they sound real good. But just look at them while they in action, though. Right? And then some of them, they might not be combative all the time, but they just lame as hell. They corny. They tell corny jokes when they sitting down with women. They say lame shit out their mouth. Like they trying to be cool, but they really socially awkward, you know, because they really don't know how to deal with a woman. They don't know how to like be charismatic with a woman. They don't know how to be charming with a woman. They don't know how to be romantic with a woman. They just lame as hell. And you can just tell that like this dude is not seasoned. He's saying a lot of good shit, but every time I see him sit down with a woman, he's like, he awkward as hell and say corny shit and be having the women looking at him like, you know? And like I said, though, on the flip side of this same coin, I don't know who's worse between the men and the women, because you have a lot of chicks that be giving other women and even men advice on how to deal with the opposite sex, but same thing with them. Or some of them, you'll never even see them sit down with a man because they already know that they're not the right person for that. They already know that, you know, they're going to be combative and disrespectful and all this type of shit when it's uncalled for. You know, they don't know how to, again, like I was saying about a man that's sitting down with a woman, some of these chicks, if they do sit down with a man, they don't know how to be the type of woman that is desirable and feminine. You know, some of these chicks, they don't even know how to be feminine. They don't even know how to be a lady. They aggressive and masculine and all the time. Like chill out. And then see, one of the telltale signs with the ladies, these females that be on the internet giving advice, is the lack of humility. See, some of these chicks are used to being attractive. Their whole life they've been having dudes trying to get in their pants. So they never learned how to be humble. They never learned how to be classy, because they've been able to have their way with a lot of guys without having to be that way. You know, you got certain, and guys, even ladies, y'all, some of y'all got girlfriends like this, but everybody knows them type of chicks that in their mind, they just the finest thing walking the earth. So they disrespectful, they inconsiderate, they lazy, and just feel entitled to everything. We all know people like that. This is not nobody that you want to listen to. You know, what I love to see is, because you have some like that. I've come across some of them type of ladies on the internet to be giving advice too. They are attractive, but they still classy, feminine, humble, and they give, you know, practical advice. And you can tell that this is somebody that is candid. They don't have a problem letting you know about the F's on their report card and the mistakes that they've made. And it lets you know, like, okay, I can listen to her. Right? But the ones that's just like don't know how to deal with a man whenever they having a conversation with him, nah, you don't want to listen to nobody like that. Now, some of them are entertaining if you want to laugh. Same thing with these dudes. When they sit down with women, some of them are entertaining, but to like listen to them for advice that you want to apply to your real life, nah, a lot of them ain't really for that, right? Let me see. Come on, man. Y'all still slacking, man. It's 240 of y'all in here, but only 198 of y'all done wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain. Come on, man. Respect the game. You know, I ain't asking y'all for no admission fee or nothing like that. The only admission fee I'm asking for is for you to wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. If I was coming over to your domain, wouldn't you want me to wipe my feet off at the door instead of tracking a bunch of mud and bullshit all up in there and all that? Nah, man. I'm going to respectfully wipe my feet off at your door. That's all I ask, man. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button. You dig? There we go. Okay, I see y'all starting to respect the game. Dig that. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Reap Cash, good looking with the $5 holla. I ran across Sinful a few months ago, then found out he wasn't no longer here. Wish I met him, P. Yeah, man, you would have been pleased to have experienced that, man. Hell of a guy, man. Hell of a guy. But the beautiful thing, see, this is what I appreciate about technology and the times that we in, right? See, it's a lot of great people, a lot of beautiful people that are no longer here, and they didn't leave anything behind to us as far as like, you know, to really show us what type of people they were. You know, they weren't able to document their lives like that because technology just wasn't the same when they was around, right? But the beautiful thing about these times is that, you know, Sinful was able to document a whole lot. You know what I mean? You can see how smart he was. You can see how charismatic he was. You can see how funny he was. You could just see so much of his character and his personality. You could see how benevolent he was, how giving he was. You know, it's just so much of him that is still right here on the internet that you could go see whenever you feel like it. And that's the beautiful thing about today's time. So even though you didn't have the opportunity to meet Sinful, fortunately for you, even like you said, you just discovered him a few months ago, but you get to laugh, you get to learn, and so much other shit, you dig? So, but yeah, I appreciate you, man. Right. Like what Unfuckwittably Lavish said, how charitable he was. You did. You could see all of that on here, man. You know, so many degrees of what that man was and still is to people, you can see right here on YouTube, man. So that's what I appreciate. You know what I mean? Because it's certain people that I've known throughout my life that passed away, and I ain't got no videos of them. I don't have any audio recordings of them. That's what I appreciate about. Fortunately, we have that from Sinful to Pete. You dig? Hold on. Excuse me, I was just reading and responding to a text. Oh shit, I forgot. Hold on. So why listen to a pimp? Why listen to a pimp? See, a lot of us make the mistake of judging a book by its cover. And if you judge a book by its cover and you never open that book and see what's inside that book, you might miss out on something, right? I've learned things from the most unlikely people in the most unlikely positions, in the most unlikely places, in the most unlikely ways, right? You know, it's a good game that you can learn from anybody. Prime example, right? And this, I'm gonna give y'all a quick story, and this story is a prime example of why it's good to be generous, and it's good again to not judge a book by its cover. I remember me and my partner, we was in Miami, right? This some years ago. Me and my partner was in Miami, and me and him both was leaking. We was in the game what we call Hopo, 304less and doless, right? So me and him ain't really got no money. And we probably got a few dollars between the both of us, right? Literally. So we pull up to the 7-Eleven, and he was getting ready to go in there and get something, right? Now, mind you, to give you a little bit of backstory, this partner of mine who I'm talking about, he's seen me plenty of times where a homeless person might ask me for something and I'll give them my last, right? He done seen me plenty of times where I might only have $5 to my name and somebody will tell me that they hungry, and I'll use that $5, every bit of it, to buy this person what they want to eat if that $5 can get that for them, right? He done seen me do this plenty of times, and he'll always be like, man, Freeze, why you be doing that, man? You always giving people your last, man, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And I would always tell him, like, that shit ain't gonna make or break me. Like, you think $5 is gonna make or break me? You think my life is gonna be over with because I don't have $5 or $2 or whatever it is, even if it's 20, 100, whatever. Like, my life is gonna continue without that. That's not gonna make or break me. I know I'm gonna always be all right. You know what I mean? Like they say, tough times don't last, tough people do. And I know I'm a tough individual, right? And I've always been like that. I've never worried because of a circumstance. I've always known that I'm gonna be all right. I could be starving, ain't ate nothing in 2 days. I could be tired, nowhere to lay my head. Whatever the circumstance is, I've always known I've been cool. And so far I've been right. And he wasn't the type of person to do that, right? He wasn't the type of person that if he got $1 and that's all he got, and the homeless person need $1, he give it to. He wasn't that type of person, right? But we pull up to the 7-Eleven, and it was a homeless white dude out there, and he was like, "Hey, man," he asked my partner. He was getting out, got out the car, walking into the 7-Eleven, and he asked my partner. He's like, "Hey, man, you got $1, man? He was trying to buy something out of 7. I forgot what it was, but he needed $1. So my partner, surprisingly to me, my partner gave him the $1, right? Watch this. So he gave my partner gave the dude the $1, right? So the dude was like, man, I've been trying to get $1 for a minute, man. I appreciate you. He was like, since you looked out for me, I'm gonna look out for you. My partner was like, what's up? He was like, you know Pollo Tropical, right? My partner was like, yeah. Now, Pollo Tropical, for those of y'all who ain't familiar with Florida, Pollo Tropical is a restaurant chain in Florida with some good ass food. They got the rice and beans and rice with the chicken, the grilled chicken and shit. Good ass food, right? So the dude, he tell my partner, he say, get your phone out. My partner broke out his phone. He said, go to your app store and download the Pollo Tropical app. So my partner does it, right? I'm giving y'all this free game, but just to let you know, it don't work no more. We probably was the ones that burnt it out. So you probably if you go try this, it ain't gonna work most likely, right? This years ago, but this is what he did, right? So because some of y'all probably like, damn, I'm about to use that game right now. I'm hungry and I'm in Florida. To my knowledge, this shit don't work no more. But hey, take it for what you will. But anyway, so my partner, he downloaded the app. Oh, excuse me. My partner downloads the app to his phone, right? And he say, okay, create an account. He said, now to create an account, you put your email address in, but he said it doesn't have to be a real email. You can make up anything. He said you can make redfish, bluefish at yahoo.com because they don't, when you create an account, they don't send you a confirmation. You know how a lot of things, when you create an account, they send you a confirmation email, then you got to confirm it, and that's how your account gets created. In this case, with Pollo Tropical, they don't do that. You just create an account, put in a password, and you put your birthday in there, right? So he say, yeah, put in whatever email you want, just make one up. And then he said, make it like today's your birthday. So he put in there that, you know, let's just say like today is what, the 16th? He put in there that his birthday was March 16th, right? So when he did that, Pollo Tropical sent him an email with a QR code for him to get a free meal. It's like a 4-piece chicken meal with 2 sides from Pollo Tropical, right? Now, mind you, like I said, we leaking at the time, right? Me and him, we both hungry as hell. Hey, do you know we was eating Pollo Tropical like we was? Hey, we milked that game. So bro had gave us that game, and man, we lived off that shit for months. Even when we both came up, because we both ended up coming up and knocking some 304s. Even when we had three, like me, even after I knocked some 304s, I was feeding my 304s off of that game. Hey, we was eating off of that shit. So, man, now mind you, you can only do like one trip at one restaurant, you know, because it's you know, you one person and it's your birthday or whatever, right? So, hey, this how hey, this how crafty the pimpin' get, right? This how cold we was, right? Now, say it's me and I got one chick with me and I want to feed her and I want to eat myself, right? I'll go through the drive-through and she'll get out the car and she'll walk inside, you know what I mean? And she'll get her free meal inside and I'm getting my free meal in the drive-through at the same time, you know what I mean? And then when we want to eat later on that day, we'll just go to a different location and do the same shit, you know what I mean? Man, that game lasted for months. Right? And it only cost my partner $1. He gave a man $1. And man, that $1 blessed him with some game that lasted for months. We literally ate off of that game for months. And it didn't cost me nothing. I just so happened to be there and was able to benefit off the shit. Cause when the homeless dude giving my partner, I got my phone out too. I'm downloading the shit. I'm following every step that he said. You know what I mean? And I'm doing the same shit, right? So I say all of that to say, this is why it's beautiful to be humble. And this is why you never judge a book by its cover. Now, if my partner was still on that same shit, see, and had he not been around me, I don't know. I never asked him if the reason why he gave that dude that $1 is because he had seen me do that so many times. And he never seen that happen with me where I blessed a homeless person with something and then they gave me some game or something in return. I just be doing it because I know what it's like to be hungry. So if I can help feed somebody, I'm gonna do it. You dig? So, but he never saw me reap any benefits from doing that. So I don't know what made him do that in that moment. I don't know if it was influence from me or if he was just like, fuck it, and gave dude the $1. But I'm pretty sure that changed his outlook as far as being generous to people. Because, man, I'm telling you, we ate off of that game for months. But it's good to be generous and it's good to not ever judge a book by its cover. So if I can acquire some game from a homeless person that enabled me to eat for months, and I didn't judge that book by its cover, because most of us, we would look at him and be like, man, he homeless. He ain't got nothing that I could benefit from. I can't get nothing from him. Why would I even listen to him? I can't learn from him. He homeless. He messed up. Man, shit. And that's just one example, but you'll be surprised at what you can learn from homeless people, and a lot of times people just judge them because they might be dirty. They might not have showered for some days, or they might be drug addicts. They might be talking to themselves. They might be drunk or winos, whatever. But hey, man, you can learn from anybody, anywhere, at any time. You dig? So I say all of that to say, when it comes to the pimping, hey, man, you never know what you might be able to learn from somebody like me. Because, again, I'm 43 years old. So I've been on this planet for 43 years. I done traveled all over the country. About to start traveling the world when I start putting some tattoos on this passport, you dig? But I have really lived. I've had ups. I've had downs. And, I believe in the golden rule firmly. Do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. So with that, like, a lot of people say that, but they don't really live by that. And they don't really internalize that and really, really, really consider what it means to live by the golden rule. So I do my best to observe the golden rule in everything. I don't do shit to people that I wouldn't want done to me. So because I don't like being gotten over on, I can't stand when somebody get over on me, especially when I ain't got no get back. I can't stand that shit. So on the same token, I'm never going to try to get over on you. You dig? Never. And I'm never going to involve myself in something that I can't follow up on, or, I'm never going to take some money from you and I can't give you a return or nothing like that. That's just like being all the way 100, right? When we first did the memorial for Sinful back in 2023, I told a lot of y'all to email his email, philipgilmore@yahoo.com, if you wanted an obituary or a program sent to you, right? But if you notice, I didn't ask none of y'all for money. Some of y'all sent money anyway, but I didn't ask for it. And most of you, I paid for the shipping myself, right? But, the reason why I did it like that is because I didn't want to put myself in a position where I got your money and then, life be lifing. Like, just on some realistic shit. something happened, or I get distracted, or, I got to tend to this family member over here. I got to tend to my kids over there. I got to tend to myself right here, whatever the case may be. And, before you know it, time is just passing by, and you done gave me your money, but you still ain't got the what you paid for in return, right? See, I don't do shit like that. So, that's why, again, like I said, and a lot of people I sent the programs to, but to be honest, a lot of people I didn't send them to either, because, again, like I said, life be lifing, and, a lot of shit be going on. It's no excuse, but yeah, that's just an example of, the golden rule: doing unto others as you would have done unto yourself, right? And that's another telltale sign when it comes to listening to people on the internet, right? A lot of people are just naturally disrespectful and treat people in ways that they wouldn't want to be treated. And, like a lot of these dudes that be on here and they call themselves, dating coaches or what have you, or people, whatever the case, just giving advice. A lot of them, I don't know if it's if they feel entitled or they be on a high horse or whatever the case may be, but a lot of them are just like naturally just disrespectful to women. And I know a lot of women be disrespectful too, but some of them be like nice. Some dudes be just trying to bring the worst out of a chick. You ever see a chick that's like real mild-mannered and polite, and, dudes just be like poking at them. That shit ain't cool. But, man, this camera is tripping. What is going on, man? Shit. This is not cool. Hold on a second. Stay right there. This camera keep. Okay, wait. That might have helped a little bit what I just did. Okay, we might be cool now. Okay, hopefully that helps, man. Trife Life says, what program you talking about, P? I'm talking about, hold on a second. Talking about this program right here. Now, I just told somebody to email me at Sinful's email in order to get a copy of these. So, let me do this real quick. And I still have a whole bunch of them. Like, I still got a lot of those. A lot of copies of these. So, again, if you want one, email me at philipgilmore@yahoo.com, which is, and I'm going to comment it and pin it in the comment section. But, yeah, and if you emailed me a while ago and I never sent you one, email me again to like remind me, because I'm gonna start sending these out again. I know a lot of y'all got a copy, but a lot of y'all didn't get a copy as well, and I apologize for that. But if you want a copy and you emailed me, I probably emailed the wrong email. Nah, you probably didn't, man. I probably just didn't respond to you, to be real. But I know a lot of y'all got one, but a lot of y'all didn't get one. So if you want one, like I said, I got plenty of copies. I would love to run out of them and give them all out, but man, I got a whole bunch of them. And if need be, on the real, I can go back. Like if I ever did run out of these, I can go back to the place that I got them from and get some more. You dig? But as of right now, man, I got a whole bunch of these. So if you want one, email Sinful's email, which I'm going to put it in the comments and pin it, and I'll make sure you get a copy. You dig? But yeah, man, I think I did a cool job, if I do say so myself. These are all pictures of Sinful. From childhood to adulthood and all in between. You dig? But yeah. Get y'all, for those of y'all who ain't never seen it before, give you a quick little glimpse. You dig? Then we got the pin up. You dig? If you ever wanted to put that on your wall or something, you could put that on your wall if you want to. The little centerfold joint. Then this is the, oh shit, I broke my glass. Oh wait, no, I showed y'all that already. But yeah, I think I did a decent job on the joint. You dig? But again, if you want a copy, man, just hit me up on there. Let me put it in the chat right now. I don't know why it's in caps. It's in caps, but you don't have to put it in caps. Obviously, when you wait, oh, is it? Okay, so again, that's the email right there. If you want a copy of the joint, send me an email, and in the subject, just put like program, obituary, something of that nature. Put that in the subject of your email, and like I said, I'll make sure you get a copy. You ain't got to send me no money. I'll handle the shipping myself. Matter of fact, I probably still got a whole bunch of, well, I know I still got a whole bunch of envelopes. I probably still got a whole bunch of stamps too. So I got postage ready right now. You dig? So you ain't got to send no money. All you got to do is email me. Let me know where you want me to ship it to, and I'll make sure you get it. You dig? So yeah. But like I said, man, the golden rule, man, do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. That's why I've never had a problem, being generous, and like I said again, looking out for somebody if they hungry and I'm able to help them get fed. I ain't got no issue with that. But again, my partner giving that $1 to that homeless dude is a prime example of how when you just good, man, you never know when, where, or how you gonna get blessed. It'll come in the most unlikely ways, from the most unlikely sources, at the most unlikely times, man. So it's just good to be good. You dig? Let me hydrate my game one more time. And I see y'all got the the likes, as Sinful would say. Y'all got the likes on one accord with the viewers. But yet and still, it may be some of y'all that ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain. So please do me a favor. If you have not wiped your feet off at the door, please do so now. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button. You dig? That joint that look like that. Oh, Drew Smooth. Excuse me, Drew Smooth. Drew Smooth, good looking with the $5 holler. Salute, Freeze. You always speak on eating healthy. I'm 23 trying to stop eating the fast food bullshit. What foods you recommend to eat daily besides fruit? It all depends, man. See, you know, the type of food that you eating as far as fast food, of course, is not the healthiest because it's fast food. But, you know, it's healthier versions and healthier options to eat of whatever it is that you probably already eating, man. You know, if you want to cook, you know, you just I say what'll make it easier to discipline yourself is to figure out, you know, what you want to do with your body. Right? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to maintain the weight that you have? Are you trying to gain weight? Are you trying to, you know, build muscle, or are you trying to become lean? You know, or you just want to slim down or whatever. You know, I say figure out what it is that you want to do with yourself. Excuse me. And that'll help you figure out how you want to eat. But you say what foods besides fruit to eat daily? You know, it depends, you know. Me, myself, the only thing I really eat is salads. I eat salads. That's it. People be looking at me crazy. I don't eat bread. I don't eat rice. I don't eat dairy. I don't eat fried food. I don't eat red meat, pork, none of that. And I'm sure it's a lot of other things that I'm not thinking of right now. I don't drink anything carbonated. I've never had a Red Bull ever in my life. I don't drink soda. I don't even drink sparkling water. Any of that type of stuff. I don't drink coffee. Of course, I don't smoke, drink, or any of that type of stuff. You dig? So as of right now, the only thing that I eat is salads. And I eat 2 big giant ass salads a day. Once earlier in the day and once later in the day. And my diet is very simple these days, and I love it. Like, for me, it does what I want it to do. You know, the food is serving me more than I'm serving the food. See, when you eating food that's unhealthy just for the taste of it, you know, you serving the food more than the food is serving you, but the food is supposed to serve you. The food is supposed to be, you know, a tool, so to speak, to do what you want it to do, right? And for me, the way that I eat my salads, or the way that I make my salads, I put a pound of ground turkey in there. So I'm getting all the protein that I need and want. And, you know, by it being a salad, I'm getting the different nutrients that I need from the different vegetables. And the vegetables is providing me with carbs. Not a whole lot of carbs, but it's low carb, but, you know, it's still carbs coming from the vegetables, you dig? So, like I said, not only is it doing what I want it to do as far as, you know, how I want my body to be, because I'm working out and I'm eating according to how I want to look. It's doing that, and I feel good. Man, I feel so good. You know, I don't be feeling all sluggish or, you know, lazy. I don't be feeling all heavy. And I know that sounds like a lot. A pound of ground turkey in one sitting with a salad inside of a salad, it sounds like a lot. And it really is. Like, most of y'all wouldn't be able to eat that shit in one sitting. But even after I eat all of that food, I guess because it's a salad and it's, the turkey is lean, I get the 99%. Let me show y'all the turkey that I be eating. Hold on. I get the 99% lean, 1% fat. Hold on. The Jenny O. Let me see. Damn. That's not what I want to see. What happened to my... Hold on. What happened to my display? Come on, man. Oh, well. Have to figure that out later. I don't know what happened to my little display when I show y'all my internet screen, but I was trying to show y'all the type of ground turkey that I be eating. You dig? Let me see. I might could look it up on here. Yeah. Ooh. Trying to get a better display. Damn. Oh, ooh. The damn light is too bright. When showing something on the internet goes wrong, I was trying to show y'all the ground turkey, but it's the Jenny O, 99% lean, 1% fat ground turkey. That's what I eat. And I eat a whole pound of it. And like I said, it's giving me the protein that I want, and the salad is giving me all the other nutrients that I want. And then also, I'll have like a fruit smoothie at some point throughout the day too. And I usually don't get hungry in between those times. Like a lot of days, I'll just eat those 2 salads and that's it. And sometimes I won't eat for 12 hours apart from each other, right? I'll eat one like every half a day, basically. And within that 12-hour period, I don't even really be hungry. I don't know if my body's adjusted to it and I've gotten accustomed to it by now, but I don't even be hungry. But yeah, man, like I said, it all depends on what you want to do with your body and how you want to live and how what you want the food to do for you. You dig? That's the type of stuff that I think about. I think about what I want the food to do for me. And, when you weigh out the pros and cons, and I know how it is. I used to go through the drive-through every day, right? Sometimes I think about how I eat now versus how I used to eat, and I'd be like, damn, how the hell did I even get here? But, I'm telling you all these things that I don't eat and the very few things that I do eat, and it sounds like a lot, but I didn't do this shit overnight. It wasn't just at the snap of a finger and I became this way. This is like over 2 decades in the making, right? From quitting soda and carbonated drinks to quitting red meat and pork to quitting alcohol, weed, and fried food to quitting dairy and bread to quitting rice. You know, all of these things happened over time. It didn't all happen at the same time. You dig? So that's just me growing and evolving and figuring out more and more how I want food to serve me. And I'm here now. But that's another thing too, Drew Smooth. You know, I wouldn't try to put too much on my plate, so to speak, at one time. And what I mean by that, don't just try to drastically change everything all at one time. You know, just change things, you know, slowly but surely. You know, cut out one thing at a time. And then once you get accustomed to that one thing, you know, cut something else out or implement something else. It ain't always about cutting out certain things. It's about implementing certain things too. You dig? So, yeah, that's what I would do. I drive trucks. It's hard to stay away from the fast food, but I feel like shit after eating it. See, it's all about how your mind is programmed, right? And I've talked about this before. You know, you drive trucks, and I don't know if you go cross country, so you might be, you know, on the high. You might spend a lot of time on the highway, right? There's always a healthy option. It might not be the best healthy option, but it's always a better healthy option, right? Like you on the road a lot, right? A lot of them truck stops be having 24-hour subways, right? Probably not all of them, but a lot of them be having 24-hour subways, and you can get a salad from Subway. Like whatever sandwich that you like, you can make it into a salad. You dig? And that or nah, I wouldn't do that. I was gonna say, you know, they got certain food that's prepared already at them places, but nah, I wouldn't. I just know I'd go hungry before I eat certain things. And you know, sometimes you don't have to eat like a whole meal, because until you can get somewhere where you have a better options, because sometimes it might be late at night or something like that, you know, just get something like healthy to snack on, like some trail mix. You dig? Trail mix got those nuts in it. The nuts got the good fat. You know, try to get something that don't have a whole lot of sugar in it. And that'll kind of like help you kill the hunger pains until you can get to where you can eat an actual meal. You dig? But like me, when I be on the road and stuff like that, so I ain't gonna lie to you, sometimes I just, especially if it's late at night, I'll just be hungry until the morning time when something open. But in the daytime though, like when you on the road moving around in this daytime, man, you know, instead of fast food, see, I like some of the stuff that I would advise, man, is kind of like gung ho, man. It's kind of like Die Hard. It'd be like, man, freeze you for real, like, you know, because like me, I'll eat tuna, just raw tuna by itself. I won't put no mayonnaise. I don't put all that type of stuff in my tuna. And a lot of people can't eat like that, but I don't have no problem eating like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes if I'm on the road, I'll get some tuna. I like to get the albacore tuna in the oil, in the olive oil, right? I'll get some of that with some crackers or something like that, even though I don't really eat crackers no more. But you know, if you can go into a grocery store, it's all kind of options in there. You dig? And once you got your mind made up and you know what you're getting, you know, you're not spending a whole lot of time in the grocery store. You know, and it'd be just as quick as going through a drive-through window. So, yeah. And I know you said something besides fruit, but bananas are good and easy to eat. on the road or when you on the move. Bananas, apples, you know, just any kind of fruit that you don't have to like cut, you know, like watermelon, you got to cut that shit up, or any kind of melons, you got to cut it up. Even though they got certain foods or certain fruit that's already pre-cut, but that shit be expensive though. I don't even like buying pre-cut food because the markup on that shit is ridiculous. So yeah, Bill, I know you know about that albacore tuna. See, we in the fitness and we like eating a certain way. That albacore got the highest protein out of that tuna. So yeah. Yep, grapes is good. You know, grapes you could just eat on them. Or yeah, CC Jr. say peanut butter. Man, you could just make peanut butter sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly. You know, and peanut butter is good because it's peanuts and it got that good fat to it, right? Me myself, I don't eat bread anymore. But if I still was eating like peanut butter, if I still was eating bread, I probably see, like I said, I'm crazy like that. I probably would just eat peanut butter sandwiches without the jelly because the jelly is like, the jelly got a bunch of sugar in it, and I probably would just eat straight peanut butter sandwiches. I know it's kind of hard to swallow, hard to take down, but Pearl, you saying fruit also has a lot of water, a lot of sugar. Drink your water. Yeah, but see, yeah, fruit got a lot of sugar in it for sure, but it's natural sugar though. And see, what a lot of people don't talk about is how the natural sugar isn't nearly as bad for you as the added sugar, first of all. And then also, a lot of times it's what you put with the sugar that makes it worse. Like if you just eating just fruit and you not eating it with no bullshit, then the sugar is not as bad as if you putting certain bullshit with it. You know what I mean? Like bread or just certain different kinds of food that make the sugar worse, you know? So yeah, the fruit ain't such a bad thing. But then it's a balance too. You gotta have balance at the same time. And definitely, like Pearl said, drink some water for sure. Got to keep some water, man. That's something that a lot of people don't do enough of, man. Make me want to call my mom right now and make sure I be on my mom, man. I be having to stay on her bumper because she don't be sometimes drinking as much water as she need to. She doing good with everything else though, as far as her eating and all of that. Mom's be on that treadmill going crazy. P say skinless chicken with hot sauce is fire. I ain't gonna lie to you, it is though. I'm already knowing, even though I hardly even eat chicken nowadays. I don't even eat chicken that much no more, which I never imagined. I never imagined myself not eating chicken all the time. Man, in the past year, I probably can count on my hands how many times I've had chicken. I don't even really eat chicken too much no more. Eating the hell out of some turkey though, and some salmon and some tuna and all that. For sure. Apple bites, I love mangoes. Yeah, I love mangoes too. I ain't gonna front. Sinful kind of got me heavier into the mangoes. Cause I be, it's like bro still be talking to me. Like, bro, man, you gotta eat some mangoes and you gotta eat 2 bananas a day. And man, make sure you eat you some watermelon. Bro, really be on my bumper about them, especially the bananas and the watermelon though. But he had a point. He probably talked with y'all on YouTube about it too, but Sinful was going crazy with the mangoes for a minute. He stayed eating mangoes. But yeah, he kind of got me. I always liked mangoes, but he made me eat them more often. How do you cook your turkey, Freeze? I just grill it on the skillet. You dig? I just put it on the skillet and cook it like that. I don't put no oil or nothing like that in there when I cook it. I just cook it on the skillet. MB225 say 2 bananas. Yeah, Sinful used to always be on me about that. And I like bananas, but, you know, if I wasn't eating them every day, he was like, come on, bro. You got to eat you 2 bananas every day, bro. You can't be missing days, man. He used to be on my helmet about that shit. Like, damn, bro, I only miss one day. You can't be missing no days, man. But yeah, man. Okay, y'all got the likes up to 300. Appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Good looking. Yeah, getting the likes up. You dig? But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up in just a second. Hydrate my game one more time. I gotta fix this glitching with this camera, man. This shit ain't cool. I don't know what's up with that. Spawn the programmer says 40K around the corner. Yeah, we almost there, man. We like right on the bumper of 40K subs. Let me see where we at right now. How many subs we got? Hold on. Okay, we less than 200 away from 40K. We almost there. And I appreciate all of y'all who done subscribed to a Pimp. Ronaldo Jason, good looking with the $2 holla. Just sent an email. All right, for sure. I'm going to tighten you up. Twisted Up, good looking with the $5 holla. You ever take a 304 with you to campaign at the nightclub? Not exactly. I've been to a nightclub with my game not even a handful of times throughout my career, but we was really genuinely there, you know, to have fun. We wasn't there trying to knock some, even though sometimes you might be somewhere and you don't intend to knock something, but you end up doing it anyway. But nah, I never went with my game to a nightclub to campaign. But probably ain't a bad idea though. I'm sure people do it and it works. Michael Weston, good looking with the $5 holla. Thanks for sharing all types of game. I appreciate you for soaking up the game, you dig? Before we go, let me see. Well, yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing on up, man. As always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and tapping in with a Pimp. I appreciate you for all the shares, the comments, questions, input, feedback, good game, all that good stuff. I appreciate you for subscribing and hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate all the super chats, the cash apps, the PayPals. I appreciate your support in every which way that you comes with it, man. Y'all already know who it is and what it is. Freeze is it. If you out in traffic moving around, please do so in a safe fashion. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. We out.